Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome, Mari, and welcome, Renee. How are you, Mari?
Good evening, teacher. Very good. And you?
I'm fine. Nice to have you here, Mari. And hello, Renee. How are you?
I am okay, teacher.
Amazing. Nice to have you here, Renee. Thank you for being on time. You are very punctual. Thank you so much. So, we are going to start just in a minute. Let's wait for the others. Just 1 minute. And then we get started. We get started with the class. Today we are going to learn about imperative. So, okay. Okay, so we are going to start with the first activity. And look at this. In the first activity, you are going to mention some instructions or rules that you have to follow at work. So, let me give you an example. See, let's wait for the others. They are coming. And hello, Eduardo. Welcome. How are you, Eduardo? How are you today, Eduardo?
Hello, good evening. I'm good. I'm good,
Amazing.
teacher.
Nice to have you here, Eduardo. And let's see. Hello, Maria. How are you,
Thank
Maria?
you.
Hi. Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, Maria. How are you?
I am fine.
Very good. Nice to have you here, Maria. And now, as I was saying, you are going to mention some instructions or rules that you have to follow at work. So for example, at work, you cannot talk all the time, right? You have to focus. Or you cannot use the phone. Or I don't know, any rule that you have at your workplace. Or maybe not smoking, right? So let's begin with, let me ask Eduardo. Can you mention some rules that you have at your job?
Uh, don't eat inside.
Mm-hmm.
Don't run
Very good.
and uh, use the use a cap. No sé cómo se dice casco. Usar casco.
A helmet, like this. Helmet. Wear a
Okay.
helmet. Very good.
And
Mhm.
yes, that's it.
Very good, Eduardo. Very good examples. Thank you so much for sharing. Those are three rules that Eduardo has to follow at his job. Now let me ask, Mari de Gonzalez, Mari, can you mention some rules that you have to follow at work, Mari?
I don't work, teacher. Yo no trabajo.
Okay,
Pero
don't worry, but let's see, let me ask you. Do you have kids? Do you have children?
repeat, teacher, no listen.
Okay, do you have children?
Yes, teacher. I have to.
Okay, very good. And how old are your children? How old are
No
they?
listen. And my daughter have 9 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and my son 7 years old.
Okay, very good. So now, can you mention some instructions that you give your children? Some rules that you have for your kids.
They don't watch TV much,
Great.
and they don't run.
Mhm. And the last one more.
And they don't, how do you say, discutir, teacher?
You can say they don't argue.
They don't argue. And
Hey, very good, Maddie. Very good examples. Thank you so much for sharing. And just one thing, remember, when you mention the age, for example, you can say my daughter, instead of saying my daughter has, you said 9, right? 9 years old. Instead of using has, remember, for age, we use the verb to be. So in this case, it's my daughter is 9 years old. Or you can say, this is only an example. My son is, you can say, 7 years old. Okay, don't forget to use the verb to be for age, but very good job. And now the last participant in this one, let me ask Rene. Let me ask Rene. Mention some instructions that you have to follow at work, Rene. Some instructions.
Okay, teachers. Use boat.
Use boots.
Botas.
Boots.
No sé cómo se dice chaleco, teacher.
You can say, let's see, just give me 1 second. Keep going. The last one.
Chaleco, teacher.
Yes, just let me look for the word. Meanwhile, can you mention the last one? Okay, let's see. This is the word. Let me show you. So that would be vest. That is chaleco, vest. Wear a vest.
Okay. Wear a vest. Casco.
Wear a helmet.
Wear a helmet.
A helmet, very good.
Solamente, teacher.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing, Rene. Very good job. So Rene has to follow these rules. Wear a vest and wear a helmet. Very good. And now let's go with one last participant. And in this one, let me ask Jenny. Jenny, can you mention some instructions that you have to follow at work, Jenny?
Don't go late.
Very good.
Don't speak loud. And is to not smoke and to don't go like drunk. And to get the cell phone in the silence mode.
Okay, very good. Amazing job, Jenny. Great examples.
Just that.
Okay, very good, Jenny. Very, very good examples that you mentioned. Like you don't have to arrive late, keep your phone in silence mode. Very good. So now, guys, we are ready to start with the class. You were mentioning some rules using imperatives, and you were using them very good. So now let's see what is an imperative. Let me ask David, can you help me read this one, David?
We use imperatives to give advices, to give orders and instructions.
And instructions, very good. So let me ask Kaylin, can you help me read these 3 examples, Kaylin, please? Kaylin?
Pay a bill. Don't use your iPhone.
Your phone?
Don't your homework. Please.
Please, very good, Kaylin. Do your homework, please. So here we have 3 examples of imperatives. And imperatives, we use them to give advice or instructions. So look at this one. Take a pill. You are giving advice. Take a pill. That is going to help you feel better. Or this one, do your homework. That is an instruction that, for example, moms give to their kids. Do your homework. Now, do you have any question with what is an imperative, or everything clear?
It's clear, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Maddie. So if you don't have questions, let's move on to some examples. Look at this. We have the affirmative structure. This is quite easy, guys. So let me ask Jacqueline. Can you help me read, Jacqueline, the structure?
Good night, teacher.
Good evening, Jacqueline. Welcome.
Verb plus complement.
Plus the complement. Very good. And can you help me read the examples as well, Jacqueline, please?
Examples, clean your teeth. No. Open your box. Be polite to your father.
To your father. Very good. Just one thing, Jacqueline. This one, books. Like this, books.
Books.
Very good. Thank you, Jacqueline. And now, let's see. Let me ask Eduardo. According to the structure, what is this one? What is this?
The verb.
Very good. And finally?
The complement.
The complement. Very good job. And as you can see, guys, this is quite simple. Only the verb in the base form and then a complement. So in this one, clean your teeth. The mom is giving an instruction. Or this one, open your books. The teacher is giving an instruction. And look at this one. Be polite to your father. The mother is giving advice. So, questions with this one, or everything is fine, guys? Feel free to ask if you have any questions.
It's clear, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Mari. So if you don't have questions, now you are going to give me some examples, okay, of imperatives. Now, the first example, let's see, Mari, can you give me one example, Mari?
Close the door.
Very good. Close the door. Close the door. And if you want to make it polite, you can say please. Close the door, please. Very good, Mari. Great example. Thank you so much. Now let me ask, let's see. Let me ask Jacqueline. Can you give me one example, Jacqueline, of an imperative?
Play in the soccer.
Play soccer. Okay, very good. You can say play soccer. That could be advice. Very good, Jacqueline. Play soccer. Now this one, another example. Let me ask Maria Rivera. One example, Maria. of an imperative?
Exercise every day.
Exercise every day. Every day. Very good, Maria. Nice example. Exercise every day. That could be advice that you are giving someone. Very good. And finally, let me ask, Kaylin, can you give me one example, Kaylin, of an affirmative imperative?
Clean
Kaylin?
your room.
Very good. Amazing example, Kaylin. Clean your room. Imagine that your mom is telling you that. Clean your room. Very good, Kaylin. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone, for your examples. Very good job. So now, we are going to move on. Hello, Diego. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Welcome to the class, Diego. Now, look at these guys. We have the negative structure. And let's see, let me ask. David, can you help me read, David, this structure right here?
Do plus not plus verb plus complement.
Plus complement. Very good. And can you help me read the two examples as well?
Don't play inside the house. Do not talk.
Very good. Thank you, David. So as you can see, guys, again, this is the negative structure, but it's the same thing. The grandpa is giving instructions. He is telling them, don't play inside the house. That is an instruction. Or this one, do not talk. The teacher is giving an instruction. So, questions with this one or everything fine? Okay, very good. So if you don't have questions, you are going to give me some examples. As you can see, guys, this is pretty simple. You can do it. Let's see. And for the examples, let me ask Jenny. Can you give me one example, Jenny, of an imperative negative structure?
I don't I don't like to play video games.
I don't like.
I don't want to.
Okay. Look, this sentence is correct, right? But this is simple present. You are saying that you don't like, sorry. You are saying that you don't like to play video games, but imperatives are to give instructions. Look at this. Let's take a look to the examples. Can you help me read, Jenny? This one.
Okay.
Can you read it, please?
Don't play inside the house.
Very good. Don't play inside the house. Now this one. Do not.
I can't see.
Okay, don't worry. It says do not talk. So these are instructions.
Okay.
So as you can see, we start with do, then not, verb, and a complement. To give an instruction.
Okay. Do not play video games after 9 p.m.
Very good. Amazing example. Do not play video games after 9 p.m. you said, right? After 9 p.m. Very good, Jenny. Amazing example. Now in this one, let me ask Diego, can you give me one example of an imperative, negative?
Don't eat in class.
Very good. Don't eat in class. Amazing example, Diego. Don't eat in class. Now let me ask, let's see. Let me ask Rene, can you give me one example, Rene? Imperative, negative.
Okay, teacher. Don't smoking in the living room.
Don't smoke. In the living room. Very good, Rene. Amazing, amazing example. Don't smoke in the living room. And finally, the last example. Let me ask Maria. One example, imperative and negative, Maria.
Don't not come
Don't,
tonight. Come,
don't call,
venir, come
don't come mhm,
tonight.
tonight. Very good, nice example. Don't come tonight. Very good job, guys. Very, very nice examples. And now, that is it for the imperatives. So, we have another option. So, look at this one. And in this one, help me read. Jacqueline, can you help me read, Jacqueline? This one right here.
We use let's when you include yourself in the instruction or advice.
Okay.
Let's, flex, ver, flex, complement.
Complement. Just one thing, Jacqueline. This one is plus, like this. Let's plus verb plus complement.
Let's más plus, let's plus, ver, plus complement.
Plus complement. Very good. And just one thing. Also, this one, this word advice, like this. Advice.
Advice.
Very good. Thank you so much for helping me read, Kaylin. Sorry, Jacqueline. And now look at this. We have some examples. We have 2 examples. And let's see, Kaylin, can you help me read these 2 examples, Kaylin? Kaylin, can you help me read the 2 examples?
Let's go out tonight. Let's watch a film.
A film. Very good, Kaylin. Thank you for helping me read. So in this one, guys, it's the same thing. But in this one, you include yourself. So let's watch a movie. Maybe you can tell this to a friend. Let's watch a movie. It means that you and your friend are going to watch the movie. Or let's buy lasagna. Let's buy lasagna. That means that you and the other person are going to buy lasagna. So, is this clear or do you have any questions? Feel free to ask if you have any doubt. No questions? Very good. So, if you don't have questions, you are going to help me again with a couple of examples. So, let's begin with Eduardo. Can you give me one example using let's?
Let's go hiking.
Very good. Let's go hiking. Now, let me ask. Let's see. Mari de Gonzalez. One example using let's.
Let's go run, teacher.
Let's go. In this case, let's go running. Remember that with go, you can use these expressions with ing, right? Like let's go running, let's go shopping, Let's go hiking like this one. Okay, with go, you can use some expressions in ing. So let's go running. Now, let's see. Let me ask Rene one example using let.
Let's walk now.
Let's walk now. Very good job, Rene. Now, let's see. Let me ask David one example using let's.
Let's go to a restaurant.
To the restaurant. Very good. Restaurant. Very good. And the last example. Let's see, Kaylin. Can you give me one example using let's, Kaylin? Kaylin, just one example using let's. Okay, then let me ask Jacqueline. One example using let's. Jacqueline, you can do it.
Let's go swimming.
Very good. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Very good job, everybody. Very good examples. And now, this is it with the imperatives to give instructions or advice. Now look at this. We are going to practice with some activities. Let me show you. So in this one, you are going to help me choose the correct verb to complete these 5 sentences that we have right here. So let's begin with, let's go with Jenny. Jenny, number 1, what is the correct verb in this one, Jenny, in the first one?
If I okay, if do the homework, do your homework.
Very good, Jenny, that is correct. Do your homework, very good. Now, let me ask Diego, in the second sentence, what is the correct verb? Diego Chavez, what do you think? The correct verb for the second one?
Don't.
Very good. Don't put your jacket on. It's hot. Very good. Now, let's see. Let me ask. Mari de Gonzalez, number 3, Mari.
Let's go to class. It's 8 o'clock.
Very good. And now let's see the next one. Rene, what do you think? Number 4, Rene.
Wash, teacher.
Very good. Wash the dishes. And the last one is feed the bird. Very good, guys. And look at this. You did amazing. All of them correct. Now, let's see. We have a couple of more. Now in this one, you are going to look at the picture and you are going to choose the correct instruction. So for example, in the library, let me ask. Kaylin, in the library, what is the correct instruction? Kaylin. What do you think, A or B, Kaylin? Don't read books or don't listen to music? Kaylin, you can do it. In the library.
A.
A, very good. And can you read it, Kaylin?
Don't read books
Very good. Sorry. Don't read books, but in the library, Kaylee. What is the correct instruction? So in a library, what do you have to do? So look at this. This is negative. It means that you cannot do it. Right. So in the library, can you read books in a library? Yes or no? Biblioteca. Can you read books there?
Don't listen to music.
Very good. Don't listen to music. Very good, Kaylee. Option B. And now, let's see, number 2, in a bank. Let me ask. Let's see. Jacqueline, in a bank. What is the instruction, Jacqueline? Jacqueline Benitez?
Repeat, teacher.
Yes. Look at the picture. In a bank, what is the instruction? Don't talk or don't use your phone?
Don't use your phone.
Very good. Amazing job, Jacqueline. Now we have number 3. And in this one, let's see, let me ask. Mar, are you there, Mar? Can you help me with this one? At the park, you can do it. Okay, then let me ask Maria Rivera. At the park, when it was 2020, do you remember, Maria? In 2020?
B. We are
B. Very good. That was the instruction when COVID started, right? Wear a mask. Now we have, let's see, number 4. And this one is for, let's see, David, at the museum.
Don't take pictures.
Very good. Don't take pictures. Now, number 5 is for Eduardo. What do you think? Oh, sorry. Let's move on to the next one. In the next one, you are going to help me, Eduardo. This one. Okay, so in this activity, guys, I am going to show you one statement. I'm going to show you one statement, and you have to say one sentence using let's. Let me give you an example. This film isn't interesting at all. It's so boring. So you can say, let's watch another film. Okay, that is your advice. That is your suggestion. Okay, this film isn't interesting. So let's watch another film. Is this clear what you are going to do? Do you have questions? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, so as I assume you don't have questions. So Eduardo, you are going to be the first one. So it's cold here. One sentence using let's. What can you say, Eduardo? It's cold here.
Wear a jacket.
Very good. Wear a jacket. Very good. Using let's, you can say, let's wear a jacket. Very good. And now the next one is going to be for, let's see, Diego. The next one is for you. Look at this. I'm really worried about the exams. Using let's or an imperative. What can you say, Diego?
Let's go to the park.
To the park? I'm worried about the exams. Okay, so let's go to the park. You don't want to worry about the exams. Okay, let's go. Very good. So you can say this one, let's go to the park. If you want to relax, if you're worried, you can say, let's go to the park. And now we have another one. Let's see. This one is going to be for, let's see, Jenny. Okay, let me show you your statement. This one. There's nothing interesting on TV, Jenny. What is your advice?
Do some cookies.
Very good. And do you remember the word when you include yourself? How can you say it?
I should do some cookies.
Very good. You can say.
Let's do some cookies. Let's bake some cookies.
Very good. You can say, let's bake some cookies. That would be a great idea. Very good, Jenny. Thank you so much. Let's bake some cookies. And now this one is going to be for Rene Castillo. Let's see. This one. Rene, I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
Let's go drink coffee.
Very good. Go drink coffee. Very good, Rene. And now the last one. This is the last for David. I'm so bored. I don't know what to do. What is your advice, David?
Let's go to play soccer.
Very good. So you can say, let's play soccer. Very good. Amazing examples, guys. And remember, you can use let's when you want to include yourself. Let's play soccer. Let's bake some cookies. Let's watch a movie. Let's go to the park. And now the last one. Now in this one, you are going to help me find the correct position for each word. Okay, this is quite simple because the structure is very short, right? So let's begin with Kaylin. You are going to be the first participant, Kaylin. So what do you think? Kaylin Olmedo, what is the first word?
Done.
Don't, very good.
This.
Don't? Don't sit on, What is the next word? You got these three right. Don't sit on, what is the next word? Chair or this?
This.
Very good. Amazing. Very good, Kelly. Don't sit on this chair. Now, number 2. Let me ask Maddie, number 2, what do you think?
Go to the park, teacher.
Very good. Go to the park. Great. Now, number 3 is for Jenny. What do you think with number 3, Jenny?
Don't eat my chocolate.
Very good. Perfect. Don't eat my chocolate. Very good. Now, this one, Jacqueline, what do you think? Jacqueline, what do you think in this one?
Your book open.
Okay, you have to find the correct position. So,
Open your book.
very good. Open your books. Very good, Jacqueline. Perfect. Now, this one is for Diego. Let's see, what do you think in this one, Diego?
Don't turn left.
Very good. Perfect. Don't turn left. Now, number 6 is for David. What do you think?
Don't talk in class.
Very good. Don't talk in class. Perfect. Now, let's see. This one is for Rene. What do you think in this one, Rene?
Close the door.
Very good. Close the door. Very good, guys. So we are done with the activities. You did a very good job. Congratulations. And now, the very last wicked activity. Look at this. So, you are going to mention some instructions that you give your children, okay? But if you don't have children, you can mention the instructions that your parents give you, okay? So, is that clear? Or do you have any questions? Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Maddie. So if it's clear, let's begin with the first participant. And let's go with Jenny. Let me ask you, Jenny, do you have children?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So can you mention some instructions that you give your children?
To do not use the cell phone after 9 p.m.
Mhm.
To not watch like terror movies because I don't like it.
Mhm.
Them are really like sensible, and to don't let the dishes in the kitchen because then leave it like they are dirty and then leave it right there, and to leave the things like right, like where them find it,
Mhm.
then should leave it again because yeah, and then made a mess.
Okay, very good job, Jenny. Thank you so much for sharing. Nice instructions. Very good. And now let me ask Rene. Let's see, Rene, do you have children, Rene?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, now let me ask you, can you mention some instructions that you give your children?
Okay, teacher. And don't watch TV. Don't watch too much TV.
Mhm.
Um, don't don't run fast.
Mhm.
Um, Do you homework?
Do their homework.
Um, take a shower and brush your teeth. Um, and clean your shoes. Solamente, teacher.
Okay, very good job, Renee. Amazing, amazing job. Very good instructions that you shared. And now let's see who's going to be the next one. Let me ask Eduardo. Do you have children, Eduardo?
Yes, I
Okay,
have a daughter.
very good. So share some instructions that you give your daughter.
I tell her don't jump on the sofa and eat vegetables. Don't fight in the school. And don't eat too much candy. And don't watch TV at night.
At night. Very good, Eduardo. Amazing job. Very good instructions. Thank you so much for sharing. And now let's see who is missing. Let me ask Jacqueline. Jacqueline, do you have children, Jacqueline? Jacqueline Benitez, do you have children?
No attention, teacher.
Don't worry. Do you have children? Yes or no? So, children. So look at that. This is mom, dad, and the children. So, do you have children?
No le entiendo.
Okay. Do you have? So this is a mom, this is a dad, and children. Okay. Do you have children? Hijos.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, can you mention some instructions that you give your children?
Puedo usar casi el mismo, ¿verdad? El mismo ejemplo, ¿verdad?
You have to give a different one. This is only an example. You can share a different instruction.
Don't watch to computer. Do your homework. Quiero ver. Do. Ay.
One more, you can do it. Just the last one. One instruction.
She ¿cómo se dice? Comen mucho. Ellas comen mucho.
Eat too much.
Eat too much.
So don't, you can tell them. So you tell them, don't eat too much.
Don't eat too much.
Only that.
Usually
Mhm.
Mhm. Watch to
Uh-huh.
computer.
Mhm. So you tell them also, don't, you can say don't use the computer too much.
Don't do. See. Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing, Jacqueline. Very good instructions. And now who else? Who else is missing to share? Let me ask Maria. Maria, do you have children, Maria?
Yes.
So, can you mention some instructions that you give your children, Maria?
Do not eat junk food.
Very good.
Do not drink soda.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, do not see much telephone.
So you can say don't use your cell phone too much. Very, very good, Maria.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing. Very, very good instructions. Don't use your cell phone too much. Now, who else? Who else? Let's see. Let me ask David. Do you have children, David?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So share. Can you mention some instructions that you give your children?
I always say him obey the mom,
Mm-hmm.
and he he has forbidden say I can do it. For that reason, I always say him you can do it.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And I always say to him, you no sé cómo se dice para futuro, but I always say you are humble.
You are? Can you repeat the last one, please? You are?
Humble, like humilde.
Humble. Very good.
Yeah.
So you tell them, you can say like this. Always be humble.
Yeah.
Very good. Amazing job, David. Thank you so much for sharing. Very good instructions. Very, very good advice. Always be humble. This one is very nice. And now let's see. Who else? Let me ask. Let me ask Mari de González. Mari, can you mention some instructions that you give your children, Mari?
Okay, teacher. And do your homework every day. And don't listen to music after 7 p.m. And do you take a shower every day? And I'm not sure, but do eat healthy?
Eat healthy. Very good. That's a good one.
And don't eat candy much.
Don't eat too much candy. Very good.
And how do you say Respetuoso, teacher. Always be respetuoso. I'm not sure.
Respectful. Huh? Always be respectful. Respectful.
Solamente, teacher.
Very good. Very good, Manny. Thank you so much for sharing. Very good instructions that you mentioned. And the last one is going to be Kaylee. Kaylee, do you have children, Kaylee? Kaylee? Are you there? You can do it. And if you don't have children, you can mention the instructions that your parents give you. Kaylee? Okay, then don't worry, Kaylee. Let's see. Very good job, guys. You did amazing. Thank you so much for participating. And now just one thing, before you go, when you use the word say, you can say to care, or say, look at this, or say to him, depending if it's a girl or a boy, right? But you always have to use the word to, say to her, say to him, and you have another option, hay otra option, tell him or tell her. When you use tell, we don't use tell to him. Tell to him? No, right? We say tell him, tell her. Only with say, we are going to use to. So you can say, I tell, imagine that you have a daughter. You can say, I tell her to clean the house. If you have a boy, you can say, I tell him to do the dishes. Okay, it's just only that. But overall, very, very good job, guys. And also a friendly reminder, don't forget to work. If you already finished with the platform, congratulations. But if you haven't finished, don't forget to finish. We finish the module tomorrow. So try to finish. And yes, that's the friendly reminder. And before we go, do you have any question or everything is clear?
Everything is clear, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Maddie. And thank you, everybody, for joining. It was nice to have you here. And see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.
Good night, teacher. Bless you.
Good
Bye,
night.
teacher.
Good
See
night.
you. Bye-bye, guys.